India can seize the opportunity to provide an alternative investment hub for the American companies which are downgrading their operation in China. US Ambassador Kenny Jester said on Thursday, while he pitched for bilateral FTA as the next big ticket item. Delivering his first policy speech since taking over as the ambassador to India, Jester identified 5 pillars to take Indo-US partnership forward: stronger defense ties, strategic economic relationships, energy environment, inclusive development and cooperation in the region. US Envoy in particularly emphasized on its India's role into Indo-Pacific region and opportunities in the economic partnership. India needs to take a strategic view of the economic relationship so as a roadmap for FTA could be laid. On pointing out America's first and Make in India are not incompatible, Justice said rather than investing in each other's market will be mutually beneficial. It will increase economic interactions and volume of trade, lead to the collaboration on emerging technologies and create jobs in both the countries, he noted. But let me go through further and suggest that this is the time to put a strategic lens in our or on our economic relationship, just we have done with our defense relationship, he said. The speech was organized by the Canaries India, the India chapter of noted US think tank. Chester informed that a number of US companies have reported increasingly difficulties in conducting businesses in the large market in the region as is China. Accordingly, some companies are downgrading their operations there, while others are looking with great interest at the alternative markets. India can seize the strategic opportunity through trade and investment to become an alternative hub for US business in the Indo-Pacific region. Bilateral trade has increased from approximately $20 billion in 2001 to $115 billion in 2016. The US Envoy, however, expressed the concerns about the persistent state deficits, including the one the US has with India. He said the US want to work with India to expeditiously resolve the trade and the investment dispute. Referring to the defense ties, Justice said, perhaps in the next year we can announce some major agreements like the fighter jets, advanced helicopters, unmanned ground vehicles, and intelligence exchanges. He in fact suggested taking Indo-US military cooperations to entirely to a new level, reciprocally posting liaisons officers at each other's operational or combat commands. When asked about the Sina-US ties, Justin noted, "We are interested in a constructive relationship, but if they engage in the predatory economic policies and other things, there would be no reactions, or will be reactions." So what do you think of US putting India ahead of China, and US wants India to take the opportunity to avoid China out of the world of US?
India will be investing about $1 trillion to really make our energy and electricity infrastructure world class. And while we do that, we are also changing the energy mix. A large part of our focus today is to encourage renewables, to look at energy conservation. And I'm delighted to share with you that last year was the first year where our capacity increase, installed capacity increase in renewables was more than our increase in conventional forms of energy. I remember 3 years ago, solar power in India was about 12 cents for a unit of energy. We scaled up that program massively. In fact, the growth in the last 3 years has been 370% in solar energy installed capacity. And today we have the last bidding of solar power at 4 cents per unit of electricity, down by 60%. And that only encourages us to look at even more bigger and bolder targets. Unless the people aspire for a good quality of life, it's very difficult to really take the fruits of development to the people. And unless you have very strong leadership which is committed to serving those aspirations, one can never really get this kind of transformational results. And I do believe that if the commitments that were made at Paris, particularly around access to technology, around access to low-cost, long-tenor finance, are fulfilled by the world collectively, I see no challenge. There would be the typical local issues like availability of land, There would be concerns about integrating the grid with this large capacities of renewables, but we can address all of them. We are working to address them. That's a local issue. But certainly we will look for the collective effort of the world. I have on more occasion than one discussed with world leaders that it's time that the world collectively decides that wherever technologies are focused towards a safer planet, we must try and make that open access technology. We must try and make it available to the whole world so that we can encourage clean energy, encourage sustainability while making it more affordable. If we believe in it and we work towards it collectively, all of us can make a difference. We are creating a platform which will not entail any direct action or financing, but will become a catalyst to bring the latest of technologies, to bring finance, to bring new ideas, ways of implementation, and bring all the solar-rich countries around the world, which are between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. About 121 countries we are trying to bring together on the International Solar Alliance platform to help and assist each other and work together as partners to make this dream of sustainability and poverty alleviation, eradication come true.
In Gidaware, on the shores of Lake Balangida in northern Tanzania, access to clean water can be a challenge.
Maji hapa ni ya shida sana. Hasa sisi akina mama tunahangaika sana. Tunapatia kule, kuna mto fulani umeshuka kutoka kule juu kule kanda ya juu kule. Unapita hivi. Lakini kuna wakati maji yanakauka.
There are boreholes, but the diesel generators needed to pump the water are expensive to maintain and need a constant supply of costly diesel. So now, in parts of Tanzania, communities are installing solar panels to provide clean and sustainable energy to pump water. The initial cost of the solar system is higher, but once installed, they need very little maintenance and, of course, no fuel. So they end up being a much more cost-effective solution.
Tulikuwa na hali mbaya ya maji. Tunahemea maji zaidi ya kilomita 4. Na kwa wale wanaotuletea maji kwa baiskeli tunanunua ndoo 3 kwa shilingi 1000, kwa maana ya ndoo moja ni shilingi 350. Na mfumo huu wa sola inayotegemea mwanga wa jua tumefaidika sana, tena sana, na wananchi wanashukuru. Ndoo kwa sasa tunauza kwa shilingi 35 kutoka 350.
Now that communities are paying a fair and sustainable price for water, they need systems to gather the revenue. These smart water dispensers allow communities to manage their own water resources by saving money for maintenance, repairs, and expansion. Credit is loaded onto a card through mobile money or at a kiosk, and water is then dispensed by the litre at the community-agreed price. The system can include a simple chlorinator to help make the water safe for drinking.
Na kweli karibu watu wengi wameelekea mfumo huu wa maji safi na salama. Pia imewasaidia hata wanajamii wetu kupunguza matatizo mengine ya homa ya matumbo, bakteria na hata typhoid kidogo imepungua kutokana na matumizi hayo ya maji safi na salama.
The system can even be remotely monitored, helping to plan servicing and maintenance.
Kweli mradi umekuwa ni mzuri, na kama utasimamiwa vizuri nadhani utaelekea katika kuleta maendeleo katika kijiji chetu. Na nadhani watu wanapata maji, watu wataboresha afya zao, na pia watu watakuwa na maendeleo.
Post your comments below, and if you like this video, please give a thumbs up, and follow us on social networks, and subscribe to our channel. And thanks for watching. This is WC Daily. Think big, think different. Bye.